If you're comfortable in your job but not necessarily satisfied, if you aspire for more but just can't find the time to accomplish your goals, our next guest says you are plagued by career confinement, and she wrote this book to help you break free. Author and executive coach Elizabeth Pearson joins us now. Congrats on the book, Elizabeth. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much, Maggie. I'm very excited to chat about it today and hopefully give some people some much needed tips.
Yes, I just mentioned a couple of the reasons why people are trapped in jobs that maybe aren't the most satisfying. Either they're comfortable or maybe they just don't have the time to do other things. Do you think those are more like excuses than reasons, though?
I do. I kind of feel like when we really take accountability for our own happiness, we get our power back. Anytime we blame our bosses or we blame our organization, it's really disempowering. So I always advocate to clients that they take ownership of every bit of it, because then you hold the keys to actually making the change.
I know that you say that your comfort zone is a cage. Why do you put it that way? What's wrong with being comfortable?
I think being comfortable but maybe not content is always great, because I think that when we get in this comfort zone where we can fall into just going through the motions of life or work or maybe our relationships or parenting. And unless we're really pushing ourselves forward out of that cage, then I think that we're really missing an opportunity for growth. So it could be with anything, Maggie. It could be just with how you're doing your job. How are you showing up? What are your standards? Take a look at it. Have they fallen over the years? Was there something that maybe 22-year-old you really wanted to conquer in this world, and somewhere along the line you gave up on that dream or that aspiration? I think it's always good to kind of check yourself when you're feeling a little too comfortable.
Well, I agree with that, but you know how it is. You get so busy, the hustle, the bustle, the grind is never ending, and then the days turn into weeks, turn into months, turn into years. How can you break out of that cycle?
Yeah, and then that turns into your whole life, right?
Yes.
I think that just having the awareness, and that's really what hopefully this book can provide, is this kind of like loving little kind of grab you by the shoulders and shake you a little bit and say, is this what we want? Is this it? That was my awakening, years ago when I decided to walk away from my life. I just had this moment, and I think our soul speaks to us, and we have to decide whether we're going to listen to it. And because I think your soul wants to do big things, and it's really hard for you to manifest in this body. So you were here to do something great, even if that's just be a really great mom, if it's be a really great partner, if it's be an example to other people that you work with. I do think that it's okay to feel good about yourself. I think everybody should. They're doing the best they can. But I think it's really healthy to start examining areas of your life that maybe you're not living up to what you wanted to be when you were younger.
And besides helping us to do that, this book also gives us tools. And this, you say, is one of the easiest yet most powerful tools that we have right at our fingertips. I'm not great with the social media thing, so help me out here. How do you use social media to kind of push your career along?
Yeah, I think that social media can be a fun place for escapism, but it's also a very powerful tool to curate a whole personal and professional brand for yourself, especially if you're somebody who might be thinking you want to explore a new job opportunity. LinkedIn is technically social media. I know it's probably the least addicting, but that is your website. Your LinkedIn page is your website, and it better look amazing, because the candidate pool is really tough out there right now. So I always tell people, invest time in curating your brand on LinkedIn. I think it's really great to have a public, professionally curated Instagram as well. You don't have to put pictures of your kids. You don't have to, do anything that really will jeopardize your privacy. But take pictures of you at work. Take pictures of you on a run in the morning. Let your potential new employer understand who you are on a deeper level as a person.
I love all those tips. Thank you. And lastly, in our last seconds, what makes you, I think, really different from other career coaches is that you say that we should all consult our spiritual board of advisors. Do we all have that, and what is that?
Maggie, yes, we do. I think that there are ancestors. I think that there are guides. I think there is non-physical energy that is just dying to guide us every day. They're saying, I have all the answers. Let me help you. And I think we can kind of get into our own rational brain, our own mindset of, I've got to figure it out by myself down here, or with somebody who can physically talk to me. But I think, I always say, talk to your dead grandmas. They're up there and they are rooting for you, and they will move things around and help you get to where you want to go. So consult them, ask them, verbally ask them for help.
Sounds wonderful. Elizabeth Pearson, thank you. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you, Maggie.
You're welcome. And her book, once again, is Career Confinement, and it is out now.